Hey guys, just back from Africa and getting over that jet lag, and opened up one of the packages. This one's from David Furrow, and he says, "Oh, it's just another cylinder with a little bit of alien technology, but don't worry, Bill, the key works." And so it doesn't want to open. I can tell you that the key's a little bit stiff. It's like one of the pins is not quite lined up, but it does open clockwise. Counterclockwise, not so much. And I don't know, but it does open in the clockwise, and if you jiggle it, it will open eventually in the counterclockwise, but we're not going to try to pick it that way. Let's just try to pick it in the clockwise direction, since if it's going to open, it seems like that's our best chance. Alright, I've already tried probably half a dozen times in this thing. Let's try something different. I'm going to try heavy tension this time. So all the way in, heavy tension. And let's see if we can force it. Finesse doesn't seem to work for me. I can tell you this thing does have security pins. I don't know what kind. They feel like serrated, but they don't act like serrated. They definitely give one click, and then it seems like the cylinder seizes up. So I think he's probably put like squirrel teeth inside of here, or horny toenails. If you've ever seen those, they're sharp and they're barbed. They'd make the perfect security pin. When this does give us a false set, it's usually pretty dramatic. And at that point, it does really, the plug just seizes up. It's like it's locked in place. No feedback from that point. Alright, I'm on pin 4. He seems to be the binder. He does not want to give it up. There we go. We got our fault set. Doesn't mean anything. Feels like 4 again. Okay, we still got the fault set going. That was 2. Now it feels like I'm on pin 1 getting the tiniest of feedback, so if there's a spool, it feels like it's going to be pin 1. And there we go, thank God. Fellas, let's open this thing up. I am dying to know what David has put in here. It's nothing good. I don't know how many squirrel toes he had to sacrifice for this thing, but we're going to find out. Alright. We do have a key, so we can go ahead and lock it up. Wow, even that's on there pretty good. Let me, so I get a knife blade under it. Alright, that went across the room, but we don't need it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Come on, lock. There we go. And we need, that look about right. Yeah, man. Okay, definitely 5 pins. And pull that key out of there. Slight serration, slight serration, slight serration. Standard, standard. So we got all standards. And in looking at this core, I see, well, there is a little bit. Let me just check that. No, I think that's just an oil. I was going to say it looks like counter rotation or counter milling on the one side, but I don't believe it is. If you look at the back of this one, it does, but there's a slight catch there, but I don't think that would have any effect. Okay, let's see if we can find le tweezers. You can tell I was not expecting this to open for me quite that way. Alright, we have a serrated spool looking thing. Another one. Another one. So it is alien technology. There are no screws in this thing, as I thought. So I was wrong. Okay, that's all 5. Nothing left in there but springs. Nothing unusual about the inside of this core, or inside of this Bible. So fellas, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at these little serrated, and this one's kind of dinged up, but a little serrated. One groove in it, not quite a spool. That looks like almost a regular spool. So probably all handmade. These have slight serrations, but I don't think that would have any effect at all. But let me tell you, this was not an easy pick. These damn things sure did bind up in there. Just like squirrel toenails you'd expect from them. Well, there you go. Anyway. David, you did send one other lock. You mummified the key for me. You said don't peek or no looking. But this is not a pin tumbler. As your note said, this is nothing but a wafer lock. And the way we open these, I won't even need to untape that thing. Use your standard picks. You find one that fits in the opening, the widest one, and this one looks like the widest opening. If that doesn't work, then we move to the double. But let's assume that it's this one. They're usually all singles, and then you kind of feel around in there until you find the spring-loaded tensioner, and voila, it's open. So this is, it seemed like you thought this was going to be the bigger of the challenges, but on this one, with all these squirrel toenails, that definitely is the challenging lock in this box. Anyway, Dave, thank you. Everybody else, thank you for your time. Stay safe and stay legal.
Oh, excuse me. Are you looking at the ceiling here? Oh, you're looking at me. Oh, you're looking at me. I see. All right. Well, you should perhaps subscribe to Bosnianbill's YouTube channel. Keep a mook like me out of your house.